Hello everybody, this is Andrew Malkoski with the Denver 100 and I'm here with my good friend Shelley Lazear with the third half retirement coaching. Shelley, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, I'm honored.
I'm very, very excited to have you here. You have one of the most unique businesses that I have ever heard of. That I've been doing the networking thing for a long time. I have never met anybody that does what you do. So first and foremost, what is retirement coaching?
Right, retirement coaching is like the flip side of doing all your financial planning for retirement.
Okay.
Because if you've planned financially and you haven't planned for the rest of your life, 20 to 30 years, you may find yourself in a quandary after about the first year and a half.
Okay.
You may be wasting a lot of time spinning your wheels and not knowing exactly what kind of new life you want to create.
All right.
Because retirement is, next to leaving home and going to college, it's the biggest change that people will go through in a lifetime.
Very interesting.
It ranks number 10 on the Rye Holmes stress scale, which has been a validated test used for years in doing stress management. And people are not aware of that, especially my generation, because it's a new thing. It's 20 to 30 years longer. We're going to live that much longer.
Okay, yeah. And so we're really talking about, like, you're separating the financial side, and we're really talking about, like, what is it that you actually want to do, experience, accomplish? How do you want to live? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, how are you going to create a life that is vibrant, meaningful, giving back to community, remaining healthy? I mean, I could go on and on
Sure.
and on. And there are things that it can be the best years of your life, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But what you see in the commercials, the advertised retirement is, let's run on the beach and let's play golf every day. And I've really found for most people that lasts for about a year and a half, maybe.
Really?
And then they kind of wake up and they go, who am I, where am I, and what's my purpose? What am I doing here?
Interesting.
And if they don't begin, I mean, it's most beneficial if you can work with someone going into retirement.
Okay.
But that also depends on how people manage change to begin with. It's a huge transition. But if you don't start working on your retirement at some point between the first 1 to 5 years, you may experience the 3 Ds. You know what those are?
No, please tell us. 3 Ds.
Depression,
Mm-hmm.
drinking, I'm going to add a fourth,
Okay.
divorce,
Uh-huh.
and decline.
Okay.
For my generation, the boomer generation has the highest rate of divorce that we've seen ever. And on top of that, every day, 10,000 people enter into retirement these days. And you think about living another 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
And we generally have had the opportunity to have good health care
Mm-hmm.
and have had the money to take care of ourselves. And again, our longevity is extended.
Yeah.
It used to be there's an old retirement and a new retirement.
Okay.
You know what I mean by that?
I don't. Please tell us.
The old retirement is kind of what my generation went through. They worked for the same company for 30 or 40 years. They got a gold watch. They had a goodbye party. And then they went into retirement and they took a big trip and they golfed for a couple of years. And then they died. So they didn't have to do much planning.
Okay.
The new retirement, as I've said 5 or 6 times
Sure.
now, is that we are living a longer life, and if we plan well, that life can be engaged, vibrant, intellectually stimulating, giving back to community.
Nice.
We can redefine who we are.
Very cool. So last question I have for you real quick here is, this being such a different business and model and really idea, is how did you get into doing this? Like, how did you find your way into helping people plan for their retirement?
Well, in my life, I have been a therapist in private practice since I got my first private client in 1990. And I've worked with individuals and couples. I've been involved in the employee assistance field since 1984.
Wow.
I used to be the clinical director for an employee assistance program. So I've done all of these different jobs, have afforded me different opportunities to do training, program development, consulting, contract management, therapy. And as I was approaching mid-50s, I started thinking, I had an office mate who was in the process of her retirement. She was 20 years older than I am. And it got me to thinking about, what do I want to do in retirement? And I've been very fortunate that I chose a career when I was really young, like 12, literally, that I wanted to go into private practice. And I've chosen a career that I can do as long as I can think and connect with people and be creative and envision things and talk with people. And I knew that I didn't want to just do a dead stop, because I really do love what I do.
Sure.
And I love interacting with people, and I love being able to support people through transitions and being able to help them find the inner path that's meant for them, I guess I'll say.
Very cool.
But I knew I wanted to use my skills in a different way. And so I just started doing some research, and I landed on retirement coaching. And it really pulls together everything that I've done throughout the course of my life professionally.
So how much of what you do have you had to really create and put together for yourself? Or how much of this exists out in the world and people just don't know about it? What does that look like?
Well, I got a certification. I'm working on another one now. I got a certification just before COVID. And I'm doing a lot of educating.
Yeah.
It's something that even financial planners,
Sure.
don't really know a lot about, and I think my skill set is very different from
Absolutely.
a financial planner. So you don't have to have a certification. I wanted to do it because I think it engages me with peers, and it helps me to think in different ways than I do, and it gives me resources, and I just love what I do.
Very cool. Well, Shelley, thank you so much for joining me. I have been a big fan of what you're doing, and I love talking to you about it. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back asking some more questions with Shelley on the next episode. Thanks.